Harry, Eden Rose and Eloise, they all have different dads. And then Eloise and Meadow Moon, they have the same dad. So a few people keep asking me how old I am. I am 25. I have 4 children because I was told before I had Harry, I was told I couldn't have children. I was basically told that I had 1% chance of ever conceiving, and I have polycystic ovaries. So when I was pregnant with Harry, of course, I was going to keep him, I thought that was going to be my only chance. So yeah, the fact that I got blessed with 3 more children was absolutely amazing. We've got Harry, he is 7 next month. And then I've got Eden Rose, who is 4. And then I've got Eloise, who is 2. And then I've got Meadow Moon, who is 4 months on the 28th. Yes, I do. I got you 4 months on the 28th. Okay, so someone's asked me to do a story time on the dads. So Harry's dad, I was with him until Harry was a month old, but he turned out to be an alcoholic, so I had to leave him for the safety of me and Harry. He is an addict, so he has no contact with Harry at all, and hasn't done since for a really long time actually. I think the last time we saw him was last year, and he doesn't benefit Harry's life in any way, shape or form. But Harry's grandparents, his dad's parents, they are a massive part of our life. They're amazing, they're supportive, and that's where Harry is right now. He's with them. So Eden Rose's dad, so me and her dad have had on and off problems. We can either get on really, really well, or we can get on really, really not well. But yeah, he's had Eden in his care for a while now. I think it's just over a year. He's an amazing dad to Eden. You know, he spoils her, he gives her everything she needs, you know, and he's been really good when it comes to the fact of, you know, we've come to an agreement now to just get on for the sake of our daughter. The last baby daddy so that's it, Eloise and Meadow's dad. It was very toxic. It wasn't the best. That's the reason I'm here, really, because of the relationship, because of what it was. It was a very controlling, narcissistic situation, let's just say that. But he is a good dad to his daughters. He hasn't had much contact with Meadow, but he does currently have Eloise in his care. And again, it's a custody battle. Hopefully one day we can split contact, because I believe that they should have both parents in their life. And hopefully Meadow will be able to have contact with her dad soon. The reason Eden and Eloise went with their dads is because they went for their normal contact. So they used to have them at the weekends, and then we had a falling out, so they decided to keep the girls with them, and that's how it started. And I've applied to private courts. I have had my first hearing, I'm just waiting for another one. But at this current time, you know, everything depends on how well I do in the unit and things like that, depending on how much contact I get, etc, etc. So the reason Meadow isn't with her dad is because I was breastfeeding up until a week ago. So she hadn't been for contact at his house or anything like that. So the only time he'd seen her is when we went to the baby groups and etc. So obviously he hasn't been able to take her, and also because of the toxic relationship that me and their dad used to have. He originally took Eloise to hurt me, so because I had a falling out with him, he took Eloise off of me, to not think of the children, but to think of him, oh, what can I do to, you know, hurt Chloe even more, because she's left me, basically. So because of that, even though I don't agree with it, and I never have agreed with it, I actually didn't put him on Meadow Moon's birth certificate, because I didn't want to give him that power over me and over my daughter, to be able to take her from me and hurt her like he hurt Eloise by taking her from her mum. And it's not a case of I've done it to be malicious, or I've done it to keep her away from her dad at all, because all I've done is push for contact and push for him being able to see her, and he will get his parental rights. You know, it will be changed as soon as there's a court order in place. You know, it was the fact of me and the dads fell out. It wasn't nothing to do with the children. They're good dads and I'm a good mum.
Some of the comments she's received are awful.
So I know this is somebody trying to hate on me or whatever, but I actually think it's quite a funny story. So with Harry, obviously I was told I couldn't have children, so obviously I was like, contraception, don't need it, you know, who needs it if I can't have children? So that's how I got pregnant with Harry. And do you know what, funnily enough, with all 3 of my girls, I was on contraception. So I was on the pill when I got pregnant with Eden, and then after that, because of my hormone problems with my polycystic ovaries and my BPD, that turns out to be ADHD, I couldn't have hormones, like extra hormones in my body. So certain contraceptions I couldn't use. So I would use the patch because it has no like extra hormones and like, you know, it doesn't mess you up. And with the patch, I got pregnant with Eloise and Meadowmoon. So contraception isn't always key. You've got contraception, you think you're covered, but it doesn't always end up like that. So thanks for your comment, because it did give me a little giggle.
A couple of her exes sound like such bad eggs, don't they? Chloe, on the other hand, seems like such a loving mum, and we really do wish her all the best in the future. Now, unfortunately, there were a number of nasty commenters on her original videos. Shame on you. However, it was nice to see that one person stuck up for her. They said, "I'm sorry that you feel the need to explain why you had children. As long as they're fed and happy, then you're doing an amazing job. Chin up, girlie." Ah, that is so nice and completely true. And remember, everyone, always be kind. Now, if you've got a video you'd like to share with us, send it along to our team at It's Gone Viral, and if your video's featured, you get $250. As always, thanks so much for watching.